Hey guys, and in this video we are going to talk all about the best mobility exercise that you can utilize as you move in toward your 40s. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to jump straight into the exercise. So I'm going to quickly demo that for you now. Once I've demonstrated the exercise for you, and I'm going to explain exactly the reasons why it's important that you should do it. And then I'm going to break it down for you nice and simply into bite-sized chunks so you know how to master this exercise and you can start to use it as of today, okay? So let's just jump straight in then. So the exercise movement that we're going to utilize is going to be the world's greatest stretch, but we're going to add a little bit more to it, okay? So with regards to the world's greatest stretch, basically, if you've not seen it before, it's getting it into this position here, into like a split stance, okay? And then what we're going to do from that position there is put both hands down. We're going to put them on line there with the foot, so the foot's on line with the shoulders and the knee as well. And then from there, the back knee is going to come up off the ground. We're going to drive the arm down, the elbow down like so, touch the ground, back up, and then back down. If you see this, most of the time what you'll see is both hands down, and you'll see a rotation going like that, and coming back down like so. But what we want to do now is get more out of it, so that you're going to send the elbow down to the ground there, back up to the top, like so. So it's down and up, down and up, all the way through. Like so, okay? So, just quickly going into then the reasons why it's really important for you to be able to do is because as we start to move into our 40s, we naturally start to get tighter within regards to the joints, okay, and the muscle tissue and the tendons as well. So we need to be able to make sure that we can really mobilize the body as well as much as we possibly can. Not only that, is the positions that we are going to be utilizing a lot as we go older as well over time starts to cause problems with our muscular imbalances and tightness within the tissue as well. So an example of that would be sitting down. So most of the time throughout our lives, we will spend in this position here, all right, yeah? So this is where we're going to spend most of our time, is obviously sat down. So whether it be sitting down in the office, in work, whether it be sitting obviously at home on the couch, sitting in the car, driving to and from, or train, whatever it is that you're doing, is basically you're going to be in a position probably most of the time. So the issue that we have with this is in this position is we start to shorten the hamstrings at the back of the legs, okay, yeah? So the bottom of the legs here, we're going to shorten them. Even though we're in this position, we will lengthen the hamstrings, okay, towards the top, but as we get closer towards the knee, we're then going to start shortening the hamstrings here. So over time, the hamstrings and the belly of the hamstrings behind the legs there really become short and tight, okay, yeah? So these naturally become tight over time. The other problem as well is because the hip is flexed, all the muscles in the front of the hip as well, because they're in that position for quite a long time, is they also become really, really tight, all right? So this has a real big impact here on any kind of movement that you want to produce in terms of like natural functional movements like running or just even walking. Okay, so this will have a significant impact in terms of really tightening all those areas up, which then will have obviously an impact in the ability to be able to walk or run or do anything else kind of from a physical activity point of view. So that's the reason why we need to kind of really move into this world's greatest stretch, okay, because it's going to take away all of these problems here. So in relation to how we're going to break this down, okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to put this into like small kind of bits and pieces for you so you can kind of execute it in the right way, all right? So the first port of call is going to be looking at the likes of where we're going to place our feet, all right? Okay, what we need to be able to do is when we move into this position here, we first of all need, move to there. So first of all, we need to make sure is that we're in a nice long stride pattern there, okay? Yeah, so we've got plenty of length, okay? And then also at the same time, with regards to that position there, is that the foot is out quite wide in relation to the other leg as well. So we've got plenty of width. So plenty of length and plenty of width. And we understand why length and width is important, okay? Yeah, so we want to make sure that we've got plenty of that in that position. And then from there, we're then in that position there, placing the hands down. Okay, so from that point, the hands then are in line with the foot, all right, yeah? And in regards to the knee, okay, it's right next to the shoulder, all right? So from there then, you want to then place, okay, yeah, the knee up. So we've now got all of the points of contact are the foot, both the hands, and obviously the back foot there on that back side. And so in this position here, we're really going to stretch out this hip, okay, yeah, quite dramatically. So we're going to get a lot of stretch in this hip at this point, all right? Then at the same time, as we then start to bring down, as I mentioned to you before, bringing down this elbow on this side and coming down to here, you're really going to dig into this side of the hip as well. So you're really going to elongate them hamstrings, really kind of going to pull them out and really kind of get a good deep stretch inside there, as well as getting right the way inside the hip. So you'll start to feel it on the inside of the hips as well as the back, okay, and in the hamstrings at the same time. So we're really kind of hitting all the way through here when we're in this position, and you're going to feel it as you're driving down, okay, yeah, to push that elbow down towards the ground. So that's the position there that we really need to kind of get into to be able to master. Now, what you'll probably find is that you may be a little bit tight and you can't get your elbow all the way down. So this is what I want you to do, is I want you to be able to get the elbow and just give yourself a marker on your leg where you can hit, and then slowly then start to move into that a little bit more, a little bit deeper. So what I mean by that is, in that position there, okay, so knees up, okay, you probably might even find that really kind of difficult to be able to get into. That's fine. Get your elbow, move it down the leg. It might be that you can only reach to there, okay? If that's the case, no problem. Reach to there, bring it back, and I want you to go into rotation from that point. So from there, you bring in the elbow up and you're really kind of then rotating through. So now in the second part of this now, what's then going to happen is we're going to place a lot of rotation through the thoracic spine, okay, yeah, so the kind of like the upper and mid part of the back, we're going to place plenty of rotation through there. So we're in that position, we're going to really kind of reach up and really rotate as much as we possibly can, all right? So what we're going to do then is we're doing two things at the same time. Is we're mobilizing the hips a hell of a lot and really hitting all of the tissue there, but then also plenty of rotation in the transverse plane, really going through the thoracic spine. So we're really kind of mobilizing the spine at the same time. So it's a great one to be able to master this, okay? So it's going to do a hell of a lot for you. So along with that, okay, what you'll also find is as you are moving and rotating through, down and then back up again, okay, this shoulder as well has got to take obviously quite a lot of the weight, all right? And because you're moving and you're rotating, okay, there, you're going to have to use a stabilizer in the shoulder, okay? So it's a nice little kind of dynamic bit of work for the shoulder to be able to do, as well as at the same time, loosen off, mobilizing the hips from here, up through here, and then mobilizing the spine there at the same time. So we're really getting down and back up, down and back up. Remember, if you can't go all the way down, hit to there, back up, and then slowly make your way down over time so you can get to that point there. Now, it may take you a good week or 2 weeks to be able to get yourself all the way down, but I promise you, eventually you will be able to get there, okay? It's just that the tissue is really tight. And so once you really get into that position, it'll start to loosen off and you'll really kind of open up that hips, really start mobilizing that spine, okay? All right, so if you look at the reason why that's really important, because it's going to allow you to move very, very well. So in terms of things like running, for example, when you place that left leg forward and you're driving the arm across the body there, what we've got is this hip here needs to be able to elongate plenty and go into extension while we go into plenty of rotation there while we're running. And so if these are locked up, okay, it's going to cause you a problem with running, okay, but if they're nice and loose, it's going to make your running pattern a lot more efficient, okay? So great for running, great for everyday functional movement. It's going to stop you getting a lot of aches and pains in the back and in the hips as well. So it's going to really help with your posture and all that side. So it's just a great thing to be able to do. So for me, as far as I'm concerned, it is one of the most important mobility exercises that you need to do, especially moving in towards your 40s. Okay, team? So I want you to give that a go. Okay, yeah, let me know what you think to it, all right? If you need any more help and support, then feel free just to click the link below, okay, yeah, and download my free Over 40s Fit Body Blueprint. Okay then, team? So any questions, give us a shout. Hope you found this useful. I look forward to seeing you on the next one.